Hey, you ever wonder what happens if somebody grabs your cane in the midst of battle? Most will respond instinctively by trying to muscle through or engage in a tug of war. I'm going to show you how CaneFlow flips the script on that so that you take that energy, you use it for you, it works against your opponent. Not only that, it's going to benefit you for self-protection and mind-body training, so stick around. It's Caner Tip Tuesday, and today we're looking at what to do if someone grabs your cane. But before we do that, a warm welcome to all, especially if you're here for the first time. Before we both forget, if you're loving the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon so that you don't miss any future content, and avail yourself of the #1 free resource, which is the no-cost cane clarity call. You do that by texting the letter CCC to the number on the screen. In less than 24 hours, we will be on a phone call with you. We actually schedule it. We dedicate the time to listen to you. And you're going to walk out of there with an action plan, have all your questions answered regarding anything having to do with the cane culture. But the most important one is, how are you going to get cane trained right in the comfort of wherever you are? That's what we do. We deliver the training all over the world. And yes, even if you don't have a training partner. And you also want to avail yourself of the free resources in the private Facebook groups that are now open to the general public. Read the description below, request entry. Don't forget, or said another way, remember to agree to the group rules so that they let you in. What's the problem with the whole cane situation is that the way that you respond, the natural inclination is to want to fight with that cane and try to yank it right back out. But you're going to be dealing with somebody that's bigger, stronger, faster, younger, and that presents problems. So let's take a look at the two main ways. It's not real common that you're going to see that from a stationary position, right? Just because it's weird. If I'm walking around with my cane in standard grip, reverse grip, doesn't matter. She's going to come down. That's just weird because this is wide open. You don't see that a lot. She has to break down here. Why is she going to do that? Maybe from behind to go ahead and take the cane. I want to show you, CaneFlow introduces something you never hear about with a cane, and that is the kinesthetic training. We're known to do it gripless here, but not just that, the spiral rotations that we do. For instance, just tilt that for me down real quick. Thank you for that. You're doing this that we do to lubricate and for joint health rotations. I'm going to show you here. You can leave it there. And show you what happens and how you might, when I'm leaning here, anything that happens here, she's going two hands, so she's going apart. I do this, I spiral around. That's going to be real tough here. See, I can actually go ahead and pull. She's not going to, I can move here and free up my hand just to show you how easy it is to block something like that. The issue is not at that level. The issue is when you spring into action. This is a lot more common. I'm going to give you something that you hear about a lot out there, which is a very popular bayonet strike. Boy, caners, individuals that practice with this love this. Bayonet is a mass separator, and it's to pierce. It's not. This is an impact tool. And when you get that confused, you start using methods that come here to the midline of this younger, stronger. This individual has reflexes. So as a primary movement, when you see this, that is a good way to get the cane grabbed. So there is a time and a place for that. It's with two hands. I'm not going to get into the details there. The issue is what happens when you find yourself here and now something like that happens and you start pulling in here. I come in here maybe the other way and this gets grabbed and now it's tug of war. That is the problem. So how do we approach that? CaneFlow introduces gripless training in here that flows. You're saying, why are you doing that? It's a connection. In our mind, the way our intention is, if we are touching the tool, if we're coming in contact with the tool, we have this tool. We don't. So you say, well, you don't have a grip in there. But if she comes to take this, yeah, that's going to be real tough. Look at how it just hangs here. She pulls, she's going to pull me with it. It's real tough. Not only that, but now I have contact here. And then and so you have to say it because they can't. My thumb, tap, right, here, just from. So it's not that you're going to be hanging around with the cane like this. It's that even when you have your cane this way and she goes to pull, See, if she goes to do that, this is going to be real tough. My hands are free, hers are occupied. And not only that, once I bring my hands, since I'm used to training, are you okay with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't get to her hit her face. But you see it when I do something like this, boom, look where the cane is already. And I'm used to training like this, even though I don't have the grip. All this is locked up. See, as it comes down, that starts happening. And I don't even have my grip on it yet. Look at the shoulders. They're relaxed. Because when you move, there's an emphasis on slow movement. There's an emphasis on coordinating the breath. This works somatically. Boy, that improves your health from the viewpoint of mind-body coordination, slowing down, resetting the nerve system, and the movements that we do through here. Notice that always the elbows and the shoulders are kept here. There's nothing happening to the outside. That trains you in that even if you're going to do something like this, look at this, and now it's jammed. Or she puts her hand on the cane, that's the topic. Man, she's about to topple me over, and now you start trying to go over there. Look at where my elbow is. This shoulder is okay, but look at this one. And you're going to be hanging here. So instead of doing that, we train. You notice that the center moves, and this comes out. It starts breaking this grip here. It starts locking that up, and you just say there what's happening. Ow, the wrist. See, look at the elbow, look at the shoulder, look at the whole to come out and go. So the movements, these movements that seem, right, that come from here to here, it's very simple to go from gripless to the grip between the web of the thumb and the index finger. And now these are the movements. So you're very good they get you very good at cane retention without you even realizing that, because it's not just this. I'm not just at the mercy of how weak, how strong my grip is, and versus how strong this fellow is who's pulling and doing. It's the whole thing now. I have all this. The minute I start putting my hands and start doing, right? Look at how centered I am. Look at her wrist back here, lift it a little bit. Right, notice it would be down. Watch the pressure that I put on. Oh, yeah, not good. Boom. Right, that is how CaneFlow flips the script on this, so that these movements that you're doing, that if somebody sees you in a park, says, wow, it looks like he's doing some type of Tai Chi or something. He's got a smile on his face. That fellow's always happy. Right, they're soft, they're gentle, but in there are the principles that carry over to functional self-protection, and certainly in cane retention. And there's always a life lesson there, right? There's always going to be something that's coming to grab at your time, at your attention, and so how are you going to respond to that? Are you going to, try to overpower this thing, or are you going to regain your center, breathe, calm down, and apply these principles? That's what CaneFlow is all about. And if you want to learn more, if that resonates with you, go ahead, text the letter CCC to the number on the screen. Let's have a conversation. I guarantee you'll walk out of there with a game plan, all your questions answered. Thanks for watching. Keep caning. Stay safe.